Welcome to Jeff's Changes for Life. Today, I want to talk about the fact that there's two ways to look at everything. Before we begin, this program in no way, shape, or form is a substitute for any person that requires professional medical or psychological attention or treatment. You ever stop and realize how every single moment in life, good, bad, confusing, has two doors you can walk through? One door leads to bitterness, blame, and shutdown. The other leads to growth, clarity, and even peace. The thing is, both doors are always there, every single time. Most people just don't know how to look for the second one. Today, we're going to talk about what it means to live with perspective, to not just react to life, but to actually choose how you see it. And trust me, this ain't about positive thinking and fairy dust. This is about survival. This is about becoming who you were meant to be. Let's get into a little real talk. There's always two angles. You lose your job. You can see it as, I'm not good enough. Or you can see it as, maybe life's calling me to something bigger. You get dumped. You can see it as, I wasn't lovable. Or I was in the wrong story with the wrong person. Even pain, especially pain, has two lenses. It can be the reason you close off or the reason you open up. So what does happen when we can't see both sides? When you only see life one way, usually the hard way, you become a prisoner to the moment, and that moment becomes your identity. Unfortunately, you get stuck in the victim story. You start believing life is out to get you. You blame the world, you blame people, and slowly you stop showing up. You stop trusting. You start shrinking. And here's the truth. If you only ever live on one side of the situation, you only ever live half a life. So the big question is, what happens when you do choose the other angle? Now, here's where it flips. When you ask, what else could this mean? Or what's this trying to teach me? You start stepping into power. You stop needing life to be perfect to feel peace. You start taking the worst moments and turning them into the most defining ones. You stop saying, why me? And you start saying, try me. That's where resilience is born. That's where wisdom starts. That's where you build a life that's not just lived, but earned. So going forward, how do you put this in action? I want you to try this. The next time something happens that hits you in the gut, before you spiral, pause and ask, what else might be true here? What if this isn't happening to me, but for me? What would the best version of me see in this? Write down, sit with it, then choose which version of that moment you're going to live in. So this sounds easy enough, but here's the hard part, getting to the pause. You know what the hardest part of this whole thing is? The pause. That tiny little space between something happening and you reacting. Most people never even find it. They're triggered, defensive, angry, hurt. Boom, they react. They don't reflect. They don't ask questions. They just armor up and go into survival mode. And let's be real. It's not because they're weak. It's because they've never been taught how to sit still in discomfort without reaching for blame or control. So black and white, here's the key. How to get to the pause. Number one, slow down the moment. When you feel that flood, anger, shame, fear, don't speak, don't post, don't respond. Just breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth sounds simple. It's not, but it saves lives. Your nervous system has to calm down before your perspective can expand. So, this is an all important mantra. I don't need to understand it all right now. I just need to not lose myself in the moment. And that's a big one. Don't lose yourself in the moment. Pause. Number two, name what you're feeling. Say it out loud. I'm feeling hurt. I'm feeling disrespected. I'm scared I'll lose something. When you name it, you tame it. Emotions aren't enemies, they're messages, but only if you listen. So, number three, ask the second question. The first question is always reactive. Why are they doing this to me? What the hell just happened? The second question is where growth begins. What's the story I'm telling myself about this? What's the other possible angle here? What would the me I'm trying to become do right now? Number four, let time do its job. If the emotions are too big in the moment, step back. Not everything needs an immediate response. The second way of seeing something often comes with time, not right away. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. How many times have you walked away from a conversation and thought, man, I wish I had said this if I had only said that? Well, wisdom brings this and that. So if you're struggling to see both sides, that's okay. You're not broken, you're just in it. And when you're in it, it's hard to see clearly. But here's the work. Learn to pause, learn to sit with your emotions, not drown in them. Ask the second question and give yourself permission to wait before you react. Because most of life isn't about what happens to you, it's about what you do in that pause between the storm and the story you choose to tell. I mean, I have to really be black and white honest with you here. You can live as a person who always finds something to complain about, or a person who always finds something to grow from. The story you live in depends on the version of reality you choose to see. As always, this is Jeff with Jeff's Changes for Life. And today's going to rock because we've learned there are two perspectives. There's a choice. We get to decide which direction we go. And because of that, we can choose peace. We can choose the road that walks us directly to peace.